See if you've heard this one before. If you play a spring game and there are no TV cameras and there's no one there of note to watch it, did it really happen? All right, Michigan football. We're talking that each and every week with Justin Rowe from Stadium in Maine podcast, and the Wolverines were on the field playing a bit of a spring game. That's at least what they called it. Justin, how you doing today?
Doing well. Yeah, it feels like spring here, but it was nice to at least see some pictures and a couple videos of the Wolverines on the field, but not too many people were able to see it with their own eyes.
Final score 22-10. Cade McNamara apparently played just a tremendous game. No statistics to report.
No, but you can, if there's one way to build up hype about a guy, it's to not let anybody actually watch it and then tell everybody how great he did. So how hyped up Michigan fans and the media and everybody can get, especially about a brand new quarterback. And then when you add a 5-star and J.J. McCarthy to the mix, that hype is going to skyrocket. So if that was their goal, is to hype up the incoming freshman, they did very well at it. So he was one of the starters, and he did play. From what I heard is that he played pretty well, but he definitely had a lot of freshman moments. He was able to make some really great throws, including some deep balls. But I think that he has a long way to go in terms of learning the playbook. So that was, if we want to talk about the quarterbacks right away, the difference I think was very apparent in Cade McNamara versus J.J. McCarthy in terms of knowing the playbook, leading this team, making sure guys are in the right spots, going the right ways. I think Cade made it very, very apparent that he's the guy that has some experience in this quarterback room. And the thing is, he really doesn't have much when you go back and look at it. He was technically the starter by the end of the year, but it was really only 3-4 games. And so what I've heard and what I've been told is that he has really taken the leadership aspect to the next level. He is barking out orders and being very vocal, acting like the guy that's in the room, that is the guy. And I think he felt like he needed to do that with J.J. McCarthy on his heels. I think J.J. looked a little lost at times from everything that has been said, and he, he's a 19-year-old kid, and that's what he looked like. And I think so. I don't think it's a huge surprise that J.J. doesn't quite know the playbook very well, just only being on campus for a couple months.
Yeah, the fans get excited when you sign a 5-star quarterback. And hey, I will be honest, I'm on record in a number of videos to say, hey, Cade McNamara is probably not the guy that's going to win a Big Ten championship. Probably. J.J. McCarthy potentially is. So why don't you try to do everything you can to invest in his future and do everything to prep him for the season? But there is a lot to learn. Now it's going to be interesting to see whether J.J. McCarthy takes his experience and then through individual workouts and seeing the playbook in front of his face every day is able to transmit that to performance upgrade on the field once we get to August. And then maybe there's a spurt of growth there.
Yeah, I kind of see Cade McNamara as the Jake Rudock, Wilton Spate kind of guys. They're not going to make many mistakes. They know everything there is, very smart. They know the playbook in and out. They know their guys, where they're going to be at what spots, but they're not going to go out there and make spectacular plays or throws or anything like that. So they can get the job done if you have a great team around them. That's what it looked like in 2015, 2016, even 2018 with Shea Patterson too. But now you add in J.J. McCarthy. That's a guy who is going to make those crazy throws. And I think, we've actually seen some clips from practice and the spring game where he has made those throws. So if, like you said, by August, he can get that playbook down and he becomes that leader and is that guy. And, even if he's a little bit behind Cade McNamara in terms of the playbook, Jim may say, you know what, we got to roll with this kid. Even if he's a little bit shaky right away, let him get that game experience. And then maybe by week 4 or 5, he's in a rhythm. But I think that, I just think if it's anywhere close, they're probably going to go with JJ because of exactly what you said. The interesting thing that I think is throwing Alan Bowman into the mix as well. The transfer is he ready to go? Is he, does he even have a shot at this, or is he, coming into this as a sure backup, as the backup plan, I guess, if neither of these guys works out?